call this the orange goddess hot sauce. Orange habaneros, orange carrots, freshly squeezed orange, fermented for 30 days. What you get with that is a hot sauce that has a deep developed flavor with a nice, beautiful, smoky finish. So this fermented for 30 days. So I'm gonna show you that process really quickly if you're not familiar with that, and then we'll move on and make the rest of the sauce. Alright, so for the ingredients, we have 25 orange habaneros, 2 whole carrots, 1 shallot, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 cinnamon stick, using a little bit of rosemary, some filtered water, and some fine sea salt. The prep work is super easy. For the habaneros, is you can cut the stem and then cut the peppers in half. You want to look inside the pepper, make sure it's not rotten or molding or anything like that, and if the seeds look good, then go ahead and keep them in. To me, these look really good, but if you're looking brown or black, then remove them. After they get all cut in half, put them on a plate, and now we're going to move on with the carrots. You could peel these if you want to. Other than that, just cut the carrots in half and then cut the halves in half, so you're going to end up with 4 pieces per carrot. The shallot, just rough chop it, and the garlic, we want to remove that root end and give it a light smash on the cutting board, and that's basically it. All those ingredients on the plate look really beautiful, so now we get to the fermentation process itself. To start, you grab your scale, set it to grams. Now place your jar onto the scale and tear the scale, which basically means just zero it out. The order of placing ingredients in the jar isn't really all that important, but I do like to place the looser ingredients in the jar first, and then the peppers, and then weigh everything down with the carrots, since they'll be able to hold everything down in place. If the jar gets a little too full, then you could use a blunt object like a rolling pin and just lightly press down the ingredients. And then, once all the ingredients are filled into the jar, then fill the jar up with some bottled water or filtered water just at the bottom of the neck of that jar. Now you want to record this weight, 815 grams. Now you want to multiply that by 2.5%, and you're going to get 20.375 grams. That's the amount of fine sea salt that you're going to need for the brine. So put your bowl onto the scale and tear it and add the 20 grams of salt. Next, grab the jar with the water and the ingredients and pour out some of the water into the mixing bowl. Give the water a mix with the salt to incorporate and fully dissolve the salt. Once the salt is fully dissolved, pour that salty water solution, aka the brine, into the jar with the ingredients. Now's the important part. You want to place a weight onto the ingredients, making sure that the ingredients stay submerged underneath that brine level. That is very important. If you have an airlock lid for fermentation purposes, this will also work great, but I'm doing a parchment paper barrier with a lid and then just barely screwing the lid on, not even tight, it's just finger loose, okay? Now you want to let these ingredients ferment on the countertop away from direct sunlight for 1 month. Alright, so after a month-long fermentation period, we now have a decision to make. Do we cook the sauce or do we not cook the sauce? So something to consider if you do not cook the sauce, that it will keep fermenting, it will change the flavor profile over time, and it will potentially build up pressure in the storage container that you'll need to release, okay? So if you don't cook the sauce, you're gonna be missing an opportunity to get even more flavor out of this already amazing flavored hot sauce, okay? So I'm gonna go the secondary route. I'm gonna be cooking the sauce. More precisely, I'm gonna be throwing the ingredients on my smoker. I'm using oak for the smoke, okay? Otherwise, it would be fantastic with this. Think applewood, think cherry, okay? Smoker, we're gonna put these ingredients on the smoker for about an hour and a half until they're nice and soft. Before we do keep moving forward with making the sauce, I wanna check the pH. Make sure that brine is less than 4.6, right? That is the golden number, 4.6 or less. Anything under 4.6, there's not really any opportunity for bad bacteria to grow. We could keep moving forward with making the sauce, okay? Does that make sense, right? As I pointed out, you wanna make sure that that lid stays nice and loose, just like finger loose, because you want those gases to be able to escape. Otherwise, you'll have a habanero bomb. Smells good, smells acidic, smells nice. Moment of truth, man. 3.5. Boom, beauty. That is well below that 4.6 threshold. I love it when a plan comes together, dude. So before the ingredients you could put on the smoker, I'm gonna strain it out. The brine, I'm actually gonna put on the stove top, bring it up to a simmer. This smells fantastic. Wow, wow, that is so good. So I'm gonna be using this perforated sheet pan right here. That's gonna allow the smoke to basically go on all sides of the ingredients. The brine is what I'm going to be using to blend up the sauce. This is habanero too, so you want to make sure to put a lid on it because the simmering of the brine is going to release fumes in the air, which could be irritating to your throat. That cinnamon stick and that piece of rosemary has definitely done its job, so we don't need to be using those anymore. To the smoker. So the heat source for the smoker itself is lump charcoal. This is a mixture of hardwoods, which includes oak and hickory. For the smoke, I'm using oak, like I said a little bit earlier. You could use applewood or you could use cherry. Now place your ingredients that are on that perforated sheet pan and place it onto the smoker. And you want to smoke for about an hour and a half, holding the temperature about 200 to 225 degrees. Every 35-40 minutes or so, you want to mix the ingredients and flip them around, just so that they evenly get coated with the smoke and that they soften quicker. Once they get removed from the smoker, sometimes they get a little bit too dried out, okay? That's okay. You could put them back into the brine and then heat the peppers up with the brine itself to soften them up and really just incorporate all the ingredients together. Next, you want to put the stock pot onto the burner, put it over high heat, and bring the brine to a simmer. Once it does come to a simmer, then reduce the heat to medium low to continue to keep it on a simmer, keeping it covered with the lid, cooking the ingredients for about 20 minutes or until soft. Using a solid spoon, I'm removing the ingredients from the stock pot directly into the blender. After all the ingredients are in, then go ahead and squeeze in the juice of an entire orange. Now you want to put the blender on high, and while it's blending, you want to pour in the brine. This is going to adjust the consistency of the sauce itself. Sauce consistency is all about personal preference. You can have it thin, you can have it thick, kind of depends on what you like. If it still ends up being a little bit too thick and you're out of brine, no problem adding a little bit of water just to thin it out a little bit. And the next step is straining the sauce. This is also a personal preference. I do not like pulp, so I strain the sauce through a mesh strainer and using a small ladle, lightly forcing the sauce through the strainer, leaving behind the pulp and the seeds from the peppers. That's the consistency that I like, but like I said, you can adjust according to your taste. One thing to keep in mind is that the sauce will slightly thicken up as it cools. Now you want to give the sauce a taste. Doesn't need any more citrus added to it. If it does, then go ahead and squeeze in a little bit more orange juice. So my whole emphasis is taste the sauce and adjust as according to your taste, okay? Once it's there, then go ahead and let the sauce cool, and now it's time to bottle it up. Amazing flavor and amazing color.
Fresh off the smoker, fresh off the blender, man, I could taste that cinnamon, that orange, that heat comes really quick because they're habaneros, and then that smoky finish kind of just lingers in the back. So good. Amazing, amazing hot sauce. Spicy freaking goodness, man.